Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Idea Lab. You got me this morning for Social Media Tuesday. This is part of the Business Made Simple Challenge. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Let me know as soon as you hop on live what you're doing today with your social media. Say hello, uh, give me a thumbs up or a hashtag live. And if you're catching the replay, don't forget to put hashtag replay so that I know you've watched this video. All right, some people hopping on. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, beautiful. Oh, this is the pre-workout hairdo because I haven't worked out yet. Annette's here. Denise is here. Good morning, good morning. Ashley says hi. Looking all around. Here we are in the group. Um, yeah, here's where my face is. Thanks, Ash. Yeah, so this is the pre-workout hairdo. It's just a headband with a little bit of hairspray because they typically don't stay in my hair for some reason. And all the gray, all the roots. Yeah, we're embracing the quarantine look. Let me know if you're embracing the quarantine look. I'm just going for it. I'm just gonna let the gray come in, whatever. All right, so today, super excited for today because today's content is really going to help you with your social media and realize you might think I spend a lot of time on social media, but I don't. It's typically less than 15 minutes a day because I do all of my posting in advance. So let's go over what we're going to cover today. And if you have any questions, good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Rachel. Thanks for being here. Awesome, guys. All right. So let me know if you're struggling a little bit with social media. Give me a 1 in the comments. If you are spending way too much time on social media, give me a 2 in the comments. And today we're going to solve all of that. Today, by the end of this video, which I'm going to keep as short as possible, we are going to get right into it. You are going to decide where I need to be to find my ideal clients, what I should be posting, how often, and eliminate all the distractions of social media. Denise says number 1. Tammy says hi. I don't see gray. Oh, whatever. Now, not doing any hair color. No more of that. No more box dye. No way. Box dye turns out orange on this. That's something brunettes do not understand. If you're blonde and you like your like this color blonde, you can't do that in a box. No. And anybody who tells you can, they're lying. Number 1, Melissa says she has no consistent social media practice. All right, well, we're going to solve that today. And Tony says the same. And Tony says 1 and 2. All right, awesome. This is great. You're going to love today. So let's decide to do social media without distractions. What that means is to do it intentionally. So my social media time is typically around this time of day. I will schedule for a week. On Monday, I will schedule all my posts out for the week, or I will just hop on for 5 minutes, boom, 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 schedule my posts because I already have them planned out ahead of time. Sometimes I even get so bold as to schedule a month at a time. And boy, in the summertime, that feels like freedom. Lauren says, thanks for the pro blonde hair tip. I was just considering, no, not with your color blonde, girl. Don't do it. Not unless you're going to just buy a highlighting kit with some bleach. Call me. We'll talk about that, how to like paint on some highlights. I have done that with great success in the past. At least it doesn't turn green. Oh, yes. My hair, my natural blonde hair when I was younger turned green from my days of swimming. Yes. All right, and Annette says both 1 and 2 don't feel like I interact in other groups enough as my brand. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So here's what you do on social media. First, I want you to get out your pen and paper and I want you to decide where your ideal client is on social media. So that's the where. Where do I go? Like right now, we're all on Facebook, right? Most of my ideal clients are on Facebook. And they own businesses. So typically they have a business page on Facebook. Now, some of the corporations that I deal with, like larger dental practices, chiropractic offices, I find and connect with them, HR people, office managers on LinkedIn. So they're my two, but I dabble in others, and we'll go more into why you should do that and when you should do that. Can you schedule on your personal page? Nope, only in your group and on your business page. Um, oh, and Denise, you did Madison Reed Blonde. All right, I'm going to have to see your hair today then. We need to schedule a Zoom because I want to see it. All right, so here we're going to go over my top trends for social media for 2020-21, and that'll help you make your decision about where you need to be. So on your paper, I want you to first write down who your ideal client is: male, female, age range, and what their hobbies are. Okay? Male or female, age range, and what their hobbies are. You can share that in the comments if you want, or just have it in your own mind. So, the top trends for the next year, year and a half: social media shopping is growing, and it's growing like crazy. Are you prepared? Roberta says she has no audio. Just tap your phone and see if you can um, click in the audio or put in headphones. Sometimes that works. So social media shopping will continue to grow. It's growing like crazy. And if I miss one of your questions, I will come back, I promise. So make sure that your links in your profiles and your bios, no matter what social media platform you're on, link to a store or the company that you work with, because people are shopping on Facebook. So, this is why a business page can be super helpful, even for network marketing people, because you can have some shopping things on there. Female, curious women over 40. All right, so Denise, I'd be careful with the curious woman over 40. That could have a sexual reference. So you might want to say something like uh, curious about health and wellness or something like that. All right. Female 30 and 60 loves nature. Okay, so what social media platform are they on, Annette? Let's think about that. And make sure that whatever platform you choose, that your profile or your bio has links to your store or your website. And if you're using Instagram and you want to have more than one link, because Instagram only allows one link, check out my Instagram profile and you can set up something like that. All right, number two, searches, believe it or not, on social media are done with voice via Siri or via the voice search, which I didn't know this until I was preparing for this class. So, what that means for you in your posting, I made some notes. Provide direct answers, because your title to your video or your title to your post is going to be what Google or Siri pull from to give access to your post. Keep local listings online current. Don't have local listings? Let me know in the comments and I will send you my list of 100 places online to list your business. It does take some time to do it, but it increases your visibility 110%. So, online listings. Rachel says women 2045 love the outdoors, sport, Facebook, and Instagram. Awesome. Okay, number 3 is videos should be conversational. Posts should be as well. Don't write like you're teaching something. Don't write like you are selling something. Have a conversation with your audience. That's been a huge lesson for me. Um, Yes, Ashley says, "Ooh, that sounds good. Please share." Yes, of course. Just send me a private message or just to remind me to send you guys, or I'll put it here in the group. It might actually already be in the file section. I'll double check and I'll load it up for you guys. So it's 100 places that you go to online and you put your name, your website, your social media profile sometimes, and it's all free. And this just increases your Google ranking. That's one of my secret sauces. All right, so number 3, Facebook Pay, which is like PayPal. Some people are starting to see this appear on their account. They just started rolling it out within the last couple months. If you have Facebook Pay, it would be on your business page and you can directly get paid via Facebook Messenger for a consultation, for a service with you, or for a product that you sell. Beautiful. And guess what? There's no fee to use it. So Venmo, PayPal, all of those things have a fee. They keep part of your money. Facebook Pay does not keep a fee. You get all the money. All right, number 4, influencer help. Don't write like a robot. Denise says, I love that. Lauren says, local listings. Of course, awesome. Influencer help. What if you don't know what an influencer is? That's somebody on social media who has 25,000 followers or more. Now, micro influencer, that's somebody like me, micro influencer, 5,000 followers almost on Facebook and 4,000 about on Instagram because I haven't been as active. It was up to 5,000 and now it's dropped down closer to 4. And getting someone like that to share your content. So that could be a partnership. And I have numerous social media partnerships. So my mastermind, we all do that for each other. So it's a group of people that you get together in different industries. So for instance, Tony's a trauma coach, non-toxic living expert. Ashley's a stylist. So if the two of you met and shared each other's content, so I share something of Ashley's, Tony shares something of Ashley's. If Ashley had 4 people doing that with larger followings than her, it's going to build up her following, going to build up her awareness. Make sense? Hey, Lisa, thanks for hopping on. Glad to see you here. All right, so influencer help. Also, who is the best of the best doing what you do? This is huge. You got to know. You got to know who the best of the best is that does exactly what you do or very, very similar, and go and look. Go and be a detective. See what they're posting on social media. See what their engagement is. And if you go to their Facebook business page and they have 1 like or 2 likes on posts, but hundreds of thousands of likes on their business page, those likes might not be real likes. And Facebook might not be the main platform that you're using. So if you need help with that, let me know. Tony says I'm behind because I rewound to listen to something you said a minute ago. Oh, I didn't know you could rewind. So that's pretty cool. All right. So not copying what influencers do, not copying what the best of the best in your industry does, but I look at what Tony Robbins posts all the time. Now, granted, it's typically not him posting, it's an assistant, but they're speaking his language. How does he talk to his people? How do I want to talk to my people? Right? That's what you're looking for. All right, my next tip is your customer younger? Is your customer under 25? If they are, or if you're interested in expanding to that other under 25 market, TikTok. Yes, I know you're wondering how I could use TikTok for your business, and I made some notes. It has 1 billion downloads so far, way more than Instagram. And originally it was for lip syncing videos and music, but now all kinds of short video content is trending on TikTok. And if Gary Vee says, don't miss out on TikTok, if you have a younger clientele, I'm going to listen. So, my tips for you guys, if you're thinking about branching out to TikTok, short little videos that give tips to what you do, um, product reveals, or just a little, you know, little kind of picture of you using one of your products. Or for me, as a life and business coach, giving a quick and dirty little tip. And I might actually look into that because there's so many young entrepreneurs out there right now that are fooling around on TikTok. Why not gain some followers from it? Okay, let me take a breath, see if anybody has a question so far, and we're going to move on to like 5 more tips. 5 more tips. Let me know if anybody has a question. I have 13 people on here live and just at 14. Just a reminder, if you want to be eligible for the drawing at the end of this challenge, you must comment live or replay, or at least comment on something on the video so I know that you were here. So if you haven't commented and you're here live, just put a comment that says hashtag live, hashtag replay. Ashley, if you have a question, influencer, who benefits them? Oh, what benefits them to sharing your content? Well, you're going to do something of value for them. So typically, this works best with people who are about the same level as you for sharing content. And then a big influencer, let's find their podcast. Let's find their blog. See if you could add value with something you do to what they do. And we can talk more about that. Danielle asks, is an influencer? Oh, Danielle Hoover is an influencer on Instagram. Cool. How many followers does she have? And what is her, how can we look her up? That would be awesome. She's with Pure Haven, I assume. All right, so let's move on to our next tip, Facebook groups. If Facebook is where your ideal client is, groups are the way to go. Now, I know it seems like a lot to have a personal page on Facebook, to have a business page. The only reason you need a business page is so that your personal page can link to the business page. I know it seems ridiculous, but that is really and truly the only reason to have a Facebook business page. Engagement is so low on business pages, even if you do a video every day, which I don't. I do about one a week. Um, Engagement is still really, really low. And if likes and hearts go away on Facebook and Instagram, we're going to be depending on comments and shares. And there is talk of the likes and the hearts going away. So, If that happens, we're looking for real engagement. So Facebook groups are the way to go. And here's what I've found. I've had groups of up to 4,000 people and the engagement is low. I've had groups of 500 people to 1,000 people. Engagement's okay. Engagement in groups with under 300 people, super high. So you may notice, if you've been following me for a while, that about every year or two, I start a new Facebook group based on what's really hot and really current for me happening in my business or my life. And I invite people who are interested in that same thing. So, does that make sense? I'm only connecting with people right now who are interested in what I offer. And this group has about 250 people in it, and you notice the engagement is super high. You see the posts I make, you see the videos I make. And if you go to the group and you click on notifications, you can get notified when anything gets posted in this group. You can't do that in the larger groups. Okay, let's see. Jessica was wondering about that. Annette says, if I do a video on my page, I can share it to my personal page and my groups. Yes, absolutely. That's how to get more views and more engagement. Share it everywhere. Do it on your personal page. But I suggest doing the video originally on your business page. And while you're live, if you're doing it from your desktop, sharing it to your personal page. So then you're actually streaming live in two places at the same time. Can't do that on your phone. So that's why I do it on my computer a lot. Jessica says, did you add a new group and delete the others? Great question, Jessica. I added a new group, invited people from the old group, and then archived a lot of groups. So I probably have about 15 groups that are sitting there archived, and I don't post in them anymore. And people leave them over time, or there's probably still a bunch of people sitting in those groups. So for every group program I've ever done, there's a Facebook group. I have a positivity group. I have all kinds of groups. So yes, you can archive them after you invite strategic people or the most active people from your old group to the new group. Oh, lots of questions here. Tony says, okay, I'm going to do a live about being in nature responsibly, so I'll be sure to make it public. Yes, awesome. If you do a video in a group, then can you still share? No. No, if you go live in your group, you cannot share it out to the public. Why? Depending on the settings of your group and depending on the settings of the video, most of the time, it will not allow you, like for me, to take this video and share it on my personal page from the group. You have to download the video from Facebook and then share it on your personal page or your business page, which I might do today. On computer, yes, you could do a live stream in both business page and personal page. Yep, you just open two different tabs, Annette. Tony says, not if the group is private. Yes, exactly. It has to be a public group. All right, let's move on. Video, 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 video. Product and service demos. So this is not selling. Remember we talked about yesterday, not selling, not being spammy, right? Not saying buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff all the time. We want to serve. So serve can mean product and service demos. You may notice very strategically, I do a Facebook Live every Friday on my business page. I call it Coffee Chat Live on Friday, and I chat with another entrepreneur. I ask questions, curious questions. We talk business, we talk strategy, we talk life, we talk about their business. And that ups my credibility because I know what questions to ask, right? Well, of course, I'm a coach. I know what questions to ask when I interview people. And they're all organic. None of it's scripted. It's totally fun. And I suggest if you're not doing video, 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 video. Doesn't matter what platform, video is the key. Two different tabs. Yes, Annette. So you'll open Facebook and you'll go live. And when you're live, you open another tab, go to your personal, go to that page that if you're going live on your business page, you're live, you see yourself live like I do right now. And then you open another tab, go to your business page, see yourself live, share it to your personal page. Make sense? I can help you when we chat later. You want to share my biz page live on my personal page so at least people can see I'm doing certain things? Yes, exactly. So you're going to go live on your business page, open that other tab, go to the business page where you see yourself live and share it to your personal page. That's how I do it. Awesome. Okay. Yes, Denise, you're opening Facebook twice on the computer. All right. Next tip. We talked about the no more the likes and the hearts going away. And have a team or a set of clients that you communicate with. So, partnerships, strategic partnerships. Denise and I share each other's content all the time. Any of my clients that I'm currently working with, I make sure to comment on their posts and I follow each and every one of my clients. So, all the clients in my mastermind, my one on one clients, I go to their personal profile and follow them first on Facebook. That way, my feed is filled with clients that I'm serving. So I'm seeing what they post. I'm commenting. I'm participating. And you can do that with up to 50 other people. And there's actually groups on Instagram and Facebook that charge for this. They charge you to be in the group and then you just strategically share each other's content. So that's something we can put together here in the Idea Lab. If anyone's interested in that, just let me know in the comments. So that's the team approach. Now, how about connecting in different ways online right now? I have two ideas for you. Many of you have heard of the WhatsApp app. So that's an app where you can call anybody, any phone number in the world. You can send video, you can send text messages, you can have voice calls, you can send voice messages back and forth, very similar to Voxer. So WhatsApp just launched a WhatsApp for business. Download it and play with it. It's for businesses only to connect with customers. Kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Tammy says she's interested. Annette says yes. Awesome. All right, so we will put a social sharing team together here in this group and we'll get that moving. And I'll give you some specific instructions on how to follow those people. And it doesn't have to be every single post they make, but we'll decide and you can message the people that are in your social sharing group and say, "Hey, I have this happening. Would you mind sharing it?" All right, next, the other tip for networking in a new way. There's an app called Shaper, SHAPR, and it is a swipe right or swipe left app, just like a dating app, but for networking. You get to pick who you connect with. It's been amazing for me. Lisa, who's on the call today, her and I actually met on that app. We live, two towns apart. We met on that app. We connected. I followed my plan. You can ask her if you want. Followed my plan. We connected. I like what she does.
get off the app, let's connect on a phone call. Then we had a Zoom, and she's been here ever since. And I'm one of her customers, and she's been participating in this group like a champ. So there's Lisa. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it. Okay, last tip of the day is short term content rules social media. All right. If you don't know what short term content is,
That is Snapchat, posts go away. That is Facebook stories and Insta stories. That's what gets engagement. If you're not doing Instagram stories or Facebook stories, you got to. And I'm just mastering Facebook stories, but I have my person I follow for Instagram and help with that. And I'm going to share some really helpful articles in the comments to this video. So make sure you check back how to do Instagram stories. I don't know how to do it yet. I've done a couple, not sure they're right. Am I tagging them right? Am I hashtagging them right? Am I, ooh, not quite sure. But I know and I see what other people are doing with Instagram stories and what the engagement is. So, oh, Kim, hey, good morning, girl. Um, Tammy asks if you're not good at technology, should you add another app if you don't know how to use the one you have? Absolutely not. No, master one. Master if Facebook's your thing, master Facebook before you move on to another one, if that's where your ideal client is. If your ideal client's on Instagram, master Instagram, don't go anywhere else. If you're looking to connect with, say, like I'm looking to connect with dentists who have more than one office, they're like my dream life and business coaching client. I'm going to go to LinkedIn to find them. I'm going to find the office managers. I'm going to find the doctor, connect with both, and send both the same message. And then I'm going to find the doctor's office website. I save it in my bookmarks and I call there. And I ask if they would like my free evaluation of their business on social media and online. And that's got me in the door lots of times. Um, Doing great on Facebook. Oh, yes. Annette, what do you need to know? Lisa says, I need help with that for sure. I love doing Instagram stories, appreciate how they go away on and are less stressful. Yes, that's what everyone says. And honestly, the couple of people that I follow that talk about social media all the time, short-term content is what sells because people have fear of missing out. They have FOMO. So if you mention something in your Insta story, like something for sale or an opportunity, or you show a product, people have a fear of missing out and they do it right now. We'll do it right now, or I'm going to forget to do that. Okay, now we're going to dive a little bit into scheduling social media. If you have any more questions, put them in the comments. Um, Instagram does have a shopping link also. That was one of my notes. And scheduling social media. I use Planoly for Instagram. You can plan out your whole grid and it's free if you don't want it to send the posts to Facebook. That was fine with me. I already scheduled my Facebook content. My Instagram content's a little bit different. So I use Planoly for scheduling on Instagram. Um, that way, um, I feel like I'm at least posting at least 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm working on getting better on that. On Facebook, I just use Facebook Scheduler to schedule posts. And if you want to use a service to schedule all of your social media, there's so many different options. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in using, a service to schedule everything from one dashboard. There's so many options. I've tried like 6 or 7 different ones, so I can give you some good recommendations if you want to schedule Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and anywhere else you're at on one dashboard without going on social media? Let me know in the comments and I'll make some recommendations. But now I want to dive into attraction marketing. One, because I think it's so important. I'm going to bring up my notes and let me move those over so I can still see comments. All right. Tony shared following Danielle. She's got 29,000 followers. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check her out and see. Do you have to have a certain number of followers to be able to share your link in a post? Why? No, you just have to know how to do it. Um, and um, on Instagram, you can't share links in posts, but in Instagram stories, you can tag the story with a link. So, Annette says, why do you find Insta stories less stressful? I've never done one. Me neither. Maybe we should learn that from Annette. Scheduling from all one dashboard would be helpful. And Denise, I will check those out. They go away quickly. Awesome. Thanks, guys. This chat is blowing up. I love it. Okay, so this is more geared for network marketing businesses on social media. These next little tips that I'm going to give you, and then we'll be done for today. But I want you to remember that these tips are attraction marketing tips, so they really can apply for everyone. So here's the warning signs that your social media posts are actually kind of spammy. So, my apologies. Um, oh, yes. All right. Sorry. I'm reading the chat. Um, so, here's the signs that your social media is a little spammy and needs some work. Do you post photos of yourself drinking your magic shake or using your products? Is your first private message to a stranger on social media include a link to join your opportunity? Eek, don't do that. Is your Facebook feed 90% before and after photos? Ugh, don't do that either. Do you private message people you haven't spoken to since high school? Don't do that either unless it's about the class reunion. Do you engage in interactions online with hidden agenda, hoping to transition the topic to something that would get people interested in your opportunity without caring about knowing the other person? Hmm. I've had that happen to me. I don't know how many times. You have to care about the other person. And if you don't, you're probably in the wrong line of work. If you answered yes to any of those questions, you're ready for a new strategy. And trust me, I tried all of those strategies because that's what coaches taught me when I first started out. That's also what every network marketing company taught me when I was first starting my journey with a network marketing company. So, I'm not saying you need to get off social media and grow your business the old school way, um, with home parties or having people over, or connecting at coffee shops, though I can't wait to get back to having some coffee. But here's what you need to do. Um, Three-way calls don't really work either. Um, be Building your business online is smart. And I want to let you know that I had 90 people, 90 people last month. So we're in May right now. So April, I had 90 discovery calls from social media, from people I met in other groups, from people I messaged on LinkedIn, all caring about what they do, not selling what I do. Yes, I typically unfollow those people too, Annette. All right, so here's my tips for anybody anyone. Recently, I was at a live event, and Tony, who's on this call, was at the live event with me. And here is my biggest recommendation. That live event had 100 people. I introduced myself as Suzanne Taylor King. Not what I do, not what my title is, not what my business name is. And I connected with the audience and then with some people one on one. And I ended up with 3 clients from that event in one way or another. Not all the same, not all high paying clients, but 3 clients from that event. And I never sold myself and I never said the name of my business. But my bio, my certifications, and the name of my business was in the handout that everybody had in their hands while I was speaking. That is considered attraction marketing. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. So quit posting the name of your company. Please stop posting the name of your company. Whether it's products, whether it's services, people are buying you, your personality. And I really believe I don't think it should be totally impossible to go to your profile and figure out which company you work for, whether it's your own company or a network marketing company. But if every post on your feed is, a company picture, something needs to change. Um, when you stop prospecting people, when you take that word out of your vocabulary, your business will start to grow. So, uh, I'll just share my story that going out with friends or visiting a family member or being in a public place without having to think about getting a client. Oh, I got to find one. I got to find one. I got to find one. Just going back to being my normal self, talking to people, having fun, engaging was incredible. And after being taught everyone's a prospect, um, I was approaching conversations with hidden agendas. You know, oh, I'm going to talk to that person to get them to be a client of mine. And 3 or 4 years ago, I shifted from that to how can I serve this person? How can I listen? How can I hear what they need? And then drop a little bit of what they need. And that's when my business actually started growing. Lisa says, you give value and people want what you have. Thank you. Thank you. Which Denise asks, which feed should we not use our business name? Any, really. Now, Denise, you're a little bit different. You're promoting a website, so you kind of need to use that name. This is more if you have a product for sale. So this would come into play if you were selling the wine that you sell or any of the advertisers that advertise on Living Healthy List. You would want to do that. Okay, let's go. Next tip is attraction marketing. What is it? How do you do it? So we're not posting pictures of ourselves using our products. You're going to maybe post a picture of what you did that day, or um, maybe post a picture or a quote, a motivational quote, something like that. And you don't want to make it feel. Of course, you want it to be planned. So I think planning your content is your best strategy. And I keep notes. Martha says, how do I sell my online business without mentioning name or the value of what I'm offering? I feel my value of what I offer is my way of serving um, really affordable. Yeah, okay. So Martha, you have an online business much like I do, right? You're selling your coaching and your yoga classes, correct? Let me know in the comments. So we talk about the results that our work delivers. So if you notice, on my business page, I talk about all kinds of different topics. I talk about sleep. I talk about food. I talk about, this month, I talked about immunity and how to boost your immunity. Sometimes I'll talk about exercise. Sometimes I'll talk about mindset pieces, positive psychology things. So they are all things that I do in my business. They're results, they're tools. So I talk to the results that my clients get. I talk to the tools that I use, but not by my coaching. Okay, does that make sense? Mostly yoga just started coaching. So you want to talk to the results that your clients get from purchasing yoga from you, doing yoga one on one with you. What are the results? What are the pain points that your clients have before they start a yoga practice? And talk to those, if that makes sense. All right, that about wraps up my tips on social media. If anyone has any further questions, they don't know which platform they're going to start with, let me know in the comments and we'll do a little live interaction here. Let me know in the comments if you don't know what social media platform you're going to start with. If you're still not quite sure which one to master. Sally says, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks so much. You're a rock star. I want to be a rock star. Thanks, Martha. That's who I channel when I go on stage. I channel a cross between Joan Jett and Pat Benatar for my badass self. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. Um, Let me know. I'll hang out for a couple minutes here. And if you catch this replay and you decide you have some questions, the feed totally blowing up with awesome comments, links to Shaper, links to the other things we talked about, links to an influencer to follow. Um, so if you have any more questions, come back, post them in the comments. I will be checking them out and answering. Melissa asked, does it make sense to start a Facebook since it's what I know most? Absolutely. You're comfortable here. Start here and build that audience. That's how I did it. I started on Facebook and then got on the Instagram train about a year and a half ago. And then LinkedIn started about 2 years ago when I wanted to start teaching some corporate work. And my NLP trainer, Bob, is not on Facebook. He's only on LinkedIn. And that's what prompted. Uh, Melissa says, I think I want to start checking out Instagram, but I really don't want to spend more time on screens. Exactly. So please, until we have Facebook nailed down, you're not going to start posting on Instagram. And the beautiful thing is, if you start posting on when you start posting on Instagram, Melissa, you can share to your Facebook business page if you link them together. So every post on Instagram counts as a post on Facebook. I love that. Denise says my next step is ads. Not sure if Facebook or Google is the right place. I believe Google is the right place for you, and we can talk more about that because you're looking for traffic. You're looking for awareness and traffic, and I think Google and submitting every blog post to Google formally. Let's talk about that next time we have a session, Denise. Because when you're promoting blog content, and this applies to Ashley too, she's promoting blog content.
You want to take the URL of that blog and submit it to Google so that it goes up to the top of them looking for that content. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll share instructions on how to do that. Thank you. You live what you teach. Yeah, 90% of the time until I get lazy. Um, but thank you, Lauren. Um, Thought you're not supposed to use the same exact content on both Instagram and Facebook. Why? Why? Unless you have all the same followers, which I don't. I've built a completely separate audience. Now, there is some overlap, but I guarantee you, if I post something on Instagram, um, and I don't know the last post that I shared from Instagram to Facebook, but I'll check it. And you can compare when you post on Instagram and I share it to my Suzanne Taylor Life Coach business page. I notice that that post on my business page gets more interaction, gets more engagement. So, why not? Especially if you're only selling one thing. I'm selling life and business coaching for the entrepreneur. And if somebody sees that post on Facebook and then they see it later on Instagram, they're more likely to be a customer. More likely. They see it more often. Oh gosh, Suzanne's everywhere. This is amazing. Yes, that's what you want, Lauren. Submit to Google is a new thing. It's not a new thing, it's a very old thing, and nobody talks about it and nobody does it. Um, Thank you. And yes, all right. I think that's about it. Just a little more eyeliner, and you've got the rock star thing down pat. Oh, yes. This was Facebook Live makeup today, but if I was going for the complete rock star vibe, there would be eyeliner underneath, and it would be much darker. Yes, absolutely. Next time we do a live event, which I can't wait, we have some amazing live events. As soon as we're allowed to do live events with more than 10 people, guys, we're going to have a ball. So, all right, I'm going to hop off and let you guys go. Again, come back, ask questions, send me a private message. I'm going to post the link to the PDF of the 100 places to list your business and get your business listed, and instructions on how to submit a URL to Google coming up soon. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.